What's up, party people, and welcome back to my channel. So today we're testing out some new makeup from the drugstore. So yeah, let's not dilly-dally. Let's just go ahead and get right into it. The first thing I have is these little cream eyeshadows from e.l.f. And anytime e.l.f. releases like a putty, like cream kind of product, like everyone's just like, "Bruh!" So these are the No Budge cream eyeshadows, and both of these are matte. I think all the shades are matte actually. Got the shades Canyon and Sand Dune. Canyon is like a peachy kind of color. It almost looks like an under eye concealer, like a corrector. So not sure if that's the best shade for me. Sand Dune is like this cool tone brown kind of shade. It's actually it's like on the top before you get into it, it looks kind of warm, and then when you dig down into it, it looks more cool tone. I do have some eye primer on, but I haven't set it with a powder or anything, so I'm going straight into it with the cream eyeshadow. Oh, it's like, why is it making a weird sound? Do you guys hear that? It's pulling at my eyelids so much. So I don't know about this one, folks. I don't know about this one. And also, the swatch on my hand feels so thick. Like whenever I move my hand around, I can feel the swatch. Like that, I can feel it. My eyelid right now, it's like whenever I look up, my eyelid skin's like sticking together. Can you see that? Like, it's pretty much already set. There's not a whole lot I can do with that. But I will say it didn't set so fast where I couldn't blend it out and soften it. But I do see some harshness. So you do have to work very, very fast with it. So just for funsies, on the other side, I'm going to go into Sand Dune just to show you what each one looks like. So yeah, it's really creamy whenever you first swatch it. And yeah, there's a lot of emollients and shine and like a very moisturizing feel to it, and they're very pigmented. Okay, this is really weird. This is like sticking together over here. I don't like that feeling. There's what Sand Dune looks like. So I actually really like that shade. Like that's a really good everyday neutral kind of shade. So on me, it does pull more neutral. This one's looking really heavy and patchy and dry. Like, ooh, that is nasty. You guys see that? I don't know if the camera's gonna pick it up. On my end, it looks like it's just accentuating every single line in my eyelid. My eyelid looks so crepey. So I'm gonna say Canyon for me is a no-go. These have been on my hand for about 10 minutes or so, a little bit less. So let's take my finger and do the little rub test. Wow, they're not going anywhere. Whoa, there's not any bleeding, there's not fading, no smudging, no wear off. Okay, now we got a little bit. We got a little bit coming off now, but like I literally took the palm of my hand to do that one. So that's intense. Okay, so in light of trying to be symmetrical, I do want to take this off again, and I'm just going to stick to Sand Dune. Like this one didn't give me as big of a problem, but it's still very sticky, very tacky, and there's a lot of pulling and tugging. So if you have more mature eyelids, I would not recommend these. So lately I've been enjoying, for like a simple look, putting on a cream eyeshadow like this first, and then going on top with some kind of shimmery like powder shadow or something. So I got this new one from Essence. I think this is a reformulation. This is the Soft Touch eyeshadow out of the shade number 2 Champagne. These are $2. That's not even like a super intense shimmery kind of shade. Like that's actually more of a satin kind of finish. Let's swatch it right here. Little clean spot. So it is really pigmented and it does feel pretty smooth. There's a decent amount of sheen to it. Like there's a little bit of a glow. It actually kind of softens out. Like it would be a really good facial highlighter. Like it looks really like fine. Going back to the cream eyeshadow, so you can see where like I'm blinking, like where I've got a hood, like it's making an indentation, like a little line where my hood's lying. I don't know, but I'm not having a good day so far. But we're gonna put the Soft Touch eyeshadow right on top. Ooh, why is that? No, it's really intense. And I don't know, it's a little poppy for me. As you can see, it's a really fine shimmer. Like it doesn't look chunky or anything. It's not the best color for this eye look for some reason. But I'm just gonna go ahead and go into a matte brown eyeshadow and just pat this along. My lash line is eyeliner, and I'll come back and show you guys mascara. So for mascara, I have the e.l.f. Lash Beats Defining and Lengthening Mascara. This is $6, and I'm pretty sure it's exclusive to Target right now. Looking at the wand, it's almost a dead-on resemblance to the Benefit Bad Gal Bang Mascara. I wish I had that one on me. So here's one good full coat of the mascara. So it's not a very good building mascara. Not really a whole lot of anything, to be honest. Like I would say it's definitely more thickening to a degree than anything else. Like it's not super volumizing or super lengthening, but it is nice and black. Are there fibers in here? Can you see a little hair sticking up? I mean, unless it's just pulling out all my lashes. I think this is a fiber formula. Okay, it does contain fibers, okay? Good to know. So let's go ahead and do a second layer. So here is 2 coats, like 2 good full coats of the mascara. So yeah, here's 1 layer and then here's 2 layers. So there's not a big difference between the volume and thickness. Yeah, it seems like it's gonna be a pretty wet, goopy kind of formula, but on the contrary, it's actually pretty dry. I mean, this is just, it's mediocre, guys. It's not great. So I was gonna do a powder foundation, but I've got a few cream products I wanted to test out today, and I don't feel like that's gonna be the best mixture. So I'm just gonna use an Old Faithful. I'm just gonna pull out something that, this is a repurchase. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundation. foundation. I got new shades in it just to, I don't know, I just kind of wanted to revive my love for this. Here's 125 Nude Beige. Ooh, that's perfect. Actually, you know what? We're going to take this off. We're going to use a primer. This is the Essence Fix and Last Makeup Gripping Jelly Primer. It's supposed to be hydrating. It says it provides a fresh finish. Allow the formula several seconds to set to activate full grip effect. And it's pretty thick. It does come to pump, so that's nice. I feel like I should apply like one side primer, one side without, just to see if I can see a difference in the wear and also the application if I get more grip and stuff. I don't really feel a big difference from side to side, like with moisturizer versus the gripping primer. Like they both feel slightly tacky, but not so much so to where like whenever you pull your hands off your skin, you can see like pulling of your skin. So I don't really see a difference from side to side in terms of like glowiness. Like it doesn't look more glowy than the skincare side. I'm gonna go ahead and go into the Maybelline Fit Me in the shade 125. You know what I don't understand? With as much capital, we'll say, as Maybelline has, why are we still doing pore jars? Instead of doing a pump, why are we making this? Like the plastic pouches for your makeup. Imagine the chemicals of the plastic going into your foundation and then you're putting it on your face. Like, no. At this point, I think Maybelline's not doing it, just out of spot. Okay, I'm having to pour out a lot of product. Like I'm having to use a lot more than normal just for one side of my face. Like the amount that I've used so far is the amount that I would have used like normally without the gripping primer for my entire face. Already I'm seeing that a little bit's going further on this side. So even though I wasn't seeing a big difference in the gripping, like with the texture and stuff of the moisturizer versus gripping primer, I am seeing that the amount of product I use, there's definitely a difference in that. I don't see a huge difference, but I will say this side does look a tad bit thicker. That could be because I had to use more product because it was just sticking onto it. But again, like it's really weird because I wasn't seeing a big difference bare skinned. So the next thing I have is the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter. So I actually just talked about this in a comparison video where I compared it to the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. I'm gonna link that video up here. Make sure you check that out because we may or may not have found an exact dupe, so you don't wanna miss it. So I got the shade number 7 Deep Rich to use as a liquid bronzer. Ooh, yeah, I think that's gonna be a pretty good shade. So that was like one little drop or one little dot, and that is going all the way down my arm. Let's not be liberal with it. You know what I think is so funny about bronzer is that we're told to put bronzer in the areas where the sun naturally hits us. Sun does not hit us in the shadows of our face. The sun hits us in the very center. That's the area where you always get burnt. Technically where you put highlighter type products. So there's what that looks like. So I really like that shade. I like the way it went on. It's not too slippy and slidey and like oily feeling despite it being a pretty moisturizing product and like a dewy finish kind of product to where I feel like I don't have to worry about it just slipping off or like getting greasy and stuff throughout the day. Like I feel like it's actually going to stick down pretty well. That's a really good liquid bronzer. So I've got a couple of blushes from Revlon, and Revlon was never a brand, like especially over the past like decade or so, that I've really been drawn to. Like I just feel like they've kind of let themselves go. They've come out with some pretty good products here recently, so I've kind of started regaining trust for them despite the fact that they're filing bankruptcy. So they may or may not be around for a while. But I did get these new powdered blushes from them. So I got two different shades. I got Tickled Pink and Apricot. Here's what Apricot looks like. So I guess it's kind of like a peachy, like a muted peachy mauve kind of shade. And then Tickled Pink is kind of like that Dior, I don't know what that blush is called. It's the one that everyone uses that they say that it's supposed to be good for all skin tones. Like it looks like a very vivid orchidy pinky purple, but somehow it kind of transforms into everyone's skin tone. So first we're gonna go into Tickled Pink. Oh, there's a lot of kick up. It's blending on really well. It's nice and smooth. It's soft. It is very pigmented, and it is a flat matte finish. So there's no shimmer. It's not going to give you a glow or anything. Yeah, it's definitely not as vivid and like orchidy on my skin as it is in the pan. So yeah, that's pretty interesting. I'm going to a different brush, and oh yeah, a lot of fallout. I will say they blend out really well. Like I'm not having any blending issues, especially considering I don't have powder on underneath them. Here's what Apricot looks like, and then here is Tickled Pink. They look the same. Got no complaints, but I'm not over the top about it. Like it's just, they're just good matte blushes. Moving on to highlighter. So I actually have two different highlighters I wanted to show you guys today. They're both from Essence. First up is the Essence The Highlighter. This is the shade number 1 Mesmerizing. Very pigmented, super smooth, very buttery feeling. This looks just like that Soft Touch eyeshadow. So there's a Soft Touch eyeshadow in the shade, what was it, Champagne? And then here is the highlighter in the shade Mesmerizing. So texture-wise, they look the exact same. The only difference I see is that the eyeshadow itself is just lighter. It's just a different shade. I'm gonna be honest, I think this is the same formula. And then I also have the Essence Kiss by the Light Illuminating Powder. So this is $6 at Ulta. They have two different shades in this. I got the shade Star Kissed. We're gonna put the highlighter on this side. Ooh. It is a very nice like satiny finish, but it is emphasizing my texture and stuff. I think that would go away after applying a setting spray though. Like I feel like once I use something that kind of melds all the layers together, I'd be fine. Actually, I don't even know if it's the texture of the product. Like I just think it's the brightness. Like the color just doesn't, it's not working well with my skin tone right now. I wonder if the lighter shade in the Kiss by the Light one is the same formula as this too. I'm gonna do some swatches. 1 second. Yeah, this one's a little bit thicker. It's a little more intense and gleamy. Still very similar though. From far away, I feel like it looks really pretty. Like it's very radiant, it's very dewy, and it's not that it's a super chunky shimmer kind of formula. Like I said, it's still a satiny finish, but it's just emphasizing on my texture. It's just very noticeable. Let's go into some setting spray and just, I don't know, let's try it. It doesn't look bad. Like I do think it does look a tad bit better, but both of them are just kind of making my pores look like, I don't know, like only in America. So I'm gonna go off camera and finish up my lower lashes, my lips, and just kind of do some finishing touches. Not gonna add any more product to my face or anything. I'll come back and show you guys a finished look, and we'll do a little final roundup and like, should you buy it or should you not? Yeah, everything I'm wearing on my face, which I've only got like 3 products that I haven't shown on camera, but everything will be listed below in the description box, including my skincare products. So check down there for a full-on breakdown. The e.l.f. No Budge Cream Eyeshadows. No, I don't like these. I definitely prefer Sand Dune, the brown shade, over Canyon, the peach one. This one was demonic. Essence Soft Touch Eyeshadow. I don't like the shade on me. It's not the formula. I think the formula is probably fine. This is nothing special. You probably have the shade in every big palette that you got. The Essence Gripping Primer isn't bad, but I also don't think it's special. In terms of wear, it may be absolutely amazing. Like from side to side, I may see a huge difference in how the foundation wears. I'm looking for that wow factor, okay? This just didn't give me that. I am pretty wowed though by the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter as a bronzer. So this worked out really, really well. If I don't have any wear issues with it in my bronzer region, then I've got no qualms. The blushes from Revlon, I'm just meh. It's kind of weird to me that these look completely different but look the exact same on my skin. Again, I'm not wowed by it. These 2 little Mama Jama highlighters from Essence, I've got way better in my collection. Like right now, I feel like it definitely has sank in and it looks a lot better, especially from far away. Like you can see, it's got a nice amount of like, it's like a natural radiance to it. It's not super in your face. Mascara is very basic. Like I need more. So yeah, it's just not for me. This is probably my most mediocre, underwhelming, unexciting new drugstore makeup video that I've done in a very long time at least. Honestly, the thing I'm the most excited for in this video is the fact that I rediscovered the matte and poreless from Maybelline. Like this is the best. Like this is the MVP of this video. But if you enjoyed this video, if you feel like it helped you save money, if you got some better direction from it, then make sure you get a big old thumbs up. My clicker's still out of commission, but that's okay. Here's a couple more things for you to check out next. So just venture around the channel, make yourself at home. Subscribe if you're not already, and turn the notification bell on to always see my stuff. And I will see you guys in the next one. Mwah.